The first one that is probably the most used in my collection that I want to give a shout out to is the Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC, and this is soft and gentle. It's a beautiful, like a pinky metallic finish. I also use this a lot as my eyeshadow, just going on my lid. I would highlight my brow bone sometimes with it and put it on my tear duct. Of course, highlight my cheeks, the bridge of my nose, sometimes on my cupid bow. I just love this product. I think it's great, and it is a mineralized skin finish, so you know this bad boy is gonna last you for a while. I also want to give a shout out to a few liquid or cream highlighters. The first one that I absolutely love and adore is NARS Orgasm Illuminator. It is just like a beautiful, I wouldn't even know how to explain it. It's a beautiful, like a golden, peachy, it's just beautiful. It's right over here. It is so subtle, even though when you look at the packaging you're like, whoa, but it is so subtle on your face. It blends in so beautifully, and it just gives you that nice glow. And I like this because it's not powdery, to where with some powder highlighters you can get that over powdered finish. This will really make your face look dewy. And another one that I've been loving, which is a liquid highlight, is the High Beam by Benefit, and this one is the gold one. I know they also have a silver one, but I figure since I already have a soft and gentle, which is more silvery, I didn't have anything that was kind of like a gold tone highlight, so I picked one up in gold, and again, very, very pretty. It gives you a beautiful gold sheen on your cheeks, and I just love it. What I like to apply my highlighters with is a fan brush, and I am rocking e.l.f. fan brush. I think this bad boy is only like $1.50 at Target, and I love it. It doesn't pick up too much product, and I just put it on one side and the other side, and use one side for one cheek, another side for another cheek. Small stippling brush by Real Techniques is what I like to apply my cream or liquid highlighters on, and I just kind of stipple them on like this and just pat, pat, pat. I love it. The first bronzer that I have been absolutely loving since I've gotten it is Soleil Tan de Chanel. Comes in only one color, universal color. I know it looks kind of orange when you first look at it, but it is such a flattering color. Just because it's a cream bronzer, all of you girls that are a little bit oily, do not be intimidated by this bronzer because it does have a powder finish. It is really universal because I've had girlfriends try this out that are completely different complexion than me, and they look fabulous with it on. It's just an outstanding product, and I'm so glad I purchased it, even though it was a splurge of I think like $49. It's definitely worth it, and this thing will last you for years. As Laguna by NARS, I also got this little mini thing in Sephora favorites. As you can see, I already hit a pan on it. It does look a little intimidating, especially against my fair skin, but I love this so much. I tend to put this all the way back right over here to kind of contour and define a little bit. I love it. It's completely matte. I will definitely be purchasing a full size as soon as I run out, because I love this, especially for contouring. I also wanted to tell you that if you guys looking for more affordable version of Laguna by NARS, e.l.f., this contour and blush kit is definitely very, very similar as far as colors. And I like this a lot, and I also like the blush on it, and I believe this is only like maybe between $3 and $4. Very inexpensive. You can find it at Target. As you can see, the color is pretty similar. This is a great alternative. Just wanted to throw it out there. On the days when I'm not necessarily contouring but I want to bronze up my face, I reach for Park Avenue Princess, and this is by Tarte. I love this. It does have some shimmer but nothing too crazy. It just gives a beautiful glow to your face and kind of sun-kissed look. So MAC 109, I think it's one of the best brushes for kind of contouring. It's a perfect size to get right, you know, under here. It's just the perfect shape. It's slightly tapered. I've had this brush, you can barely see any numbers or a name on it. I've had this brush for about a year and a half. I wash my brushes all the time. I haven't experienced any shedding with it, and I just love this brush so much. Now, the alternative drugstore for this brush is a Sonia Kashuk brush. This brush is about $7.99. As you can see, it is slightly bigger, but it does have quite the same shape to it, and I just think this is a great drugstore alternative to MAC 109. My standout palettes for this year have been no surprise, Urban Decay 2 Naked palette. I use it on most days. My most used colors are Half Baked, Booty Call, Tease, Blackout, and Busted. So, love this palette. A Too Faced Natural Eye. It's just the colors are perfect, and anything you need in this palette to create a natural look you have. So I'm really liking Too Faced Natural palette. Another palette that I am absolutely loving is a Lorac Pro. It has a whole row of matte colors, which is usually very hard to find in the palette, and then it has a whole row of shimmery colors. The colors are very beautiful. They're very creamy. They do have a little bit of fallout, nothing that I can't deal with. I think the colors are just so gorgeous. It is about $43. I have been really enjoying this. I picked up BH Party Girl palette, which was limited edition. I'm not sure if they still have it or not, but the reason I picked it up is because you do get some very kind of wild and bright colors. So if I do sometimes get in the mood to kind of step out of my comfort zone, this is my go-to palette. If I need to brighten things up and feel like a sunshine, that's what I reach for, baby. I also want to give a shout out to Maybelline Color Tattoos. I have 3 of my favorites here. 65 Gold Rush. It's just the most gorgeous gold. You can put it under your gold eyeshadows and it will just make them pop like crazy. I mean, look at this color. It's so freaking beautiful. Barely Beige, and this came out with the last limited edition. And this is exact dupe for Bare Study by MAC. It's right over here. Inked in pink. Metallic Dusty Rose Pink. The first one that I really love is the one by Benefit, and this is Dandelion. I used to call it Dandelion until my honey told me, he's like, no honey, this is Dandelion, it's a flower. I'm like, oh, okay. It's a beautiful light pinky coral. It just gives you a perfect kind of flush to your cheeks. I just love this blush so much. It does have a little shimmer to it, but not a sparkle, just a very subtle shimmer. And it smells like a baby powder. It's nice. I love it. Another blush that I've been really liking. I also have few other ones from Sonia Kashuk, but this one is by far my favorite, and this is pink and number 14. It's a beautiful baby pink color. Again, very soft blush. have a pretty nice stain power. I love this blush. I cannot talk about blushes and not talk about at least one Tarte blush, the Amazonian Clay blush. This one again is a beautiful pink. It is a lot brighter pink. It does have a little bit of shimmer to it. It's very, very pretty. Here we go. You definitely want to use a lighter hand with these blushes. They do stay on for a long time. When they tell you they're long-lasting clay blushes, they ain't lying, because them bad boys are gonna be on your cheeks for a hot minute. I want to give a shout out to my Dior blush, and this is Rose Brasilia. This has probably been my used blush throughout the year. As you can see, I made quite a dent in this blush. It used to say Dior right in the middle. Well, that's all gone. I love the fact that it has multicolors kind of parts to it. You get a darker pink, a coral, a lighter pink, and a almost like a bronze right over here. What I do is I just swirl the brush all together and I apply it to my cheeks. I absolutely love this blush. And my favorite blush brush is a MAC 129. I think it's just a perfect shape. I kind of just put the product on one side and go in a sweeping motion up above my contour. Because I do have such a round face, I don't tend to put blush just on the apples of my cheeks. I tend to start at the apples of my cheeks and kind of go above my contour to kind of have that slimming effect to my face. But yes, this is definitely a favorite of mine.